What's good, yo? It's your boy Cole Gotti coming at y'all with another video. Today we about to get into my week 1 recap. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's ride. Alright, last week I had UCF beating UConn. That happened. UCF won 56-17. I had Northwestern beating Purdue. Northwestern won 31-27. I had Texas beating Maryland. I'm highly disappointed. I am. I had hopes for Texas, but from what I've seen against Maryland, I just can't even go with it no more. They will not be what I was predicting them to be. If you lose into Maryland, it's just not happening, man. They lost 34-29. I had picked JMU to upset North Carolina State. I got that wrong. They lost 24-13, but they did prove my point. North Carolina State is not nobody to be talked about throughout this season. Last year, their success came specifically because of that defensive front. That defensive front is gone. North Carolina State is not a threat to nobody, at least nobody that's a contender. If they're a threat to you, you're just not a contender. I had Ole Miss beating Texas Tech. That definitely happened, 47-27. I know a couple people who be hyping up the Big 12, and I tried to tell them. They didn't want to listen, but Ole Miss beat them boys. I had California beating North Carolina. They won 24-17. The game was closer than I was really expecting it to be. But regardless, they won like I said they did. Was going to. I had West Virginia beating Tennessee. I think everyone did except for Tennessee fans. West Virginia won 40-14. They struggled a little bit throughout the first quarter, kept it a lot closer than it should have been for most of the game, but they took off in the end. I had Washington beating Auburn. They lost 21-16. It was a pretty good game, but Washington couldn't do it, so. I had Michigan beating Notre Dame. They lost 24-17, and I can't lie, Michigan defense looked great. Run game was as good as it could be. Wide receiver core, of course, is great, but that offensive line in Michigan is trash. And to be quite honest, I know I was hyping Shea Patterson up throughout the offseason and up until this game, and even still hyping him up for this game. He looked scared to me. I don't know if he was scared because the offensive line is so garbage, or if he was scared because of being on that national stage. I don't know what it was, but McCaffrey looked better when he was in the game than Shea Patterson did. So I don't know. I mean, they could still come out the Big Ten. Michigan State and Penn State looked fucking horrible. We'll get into that a little bit later, but so they technically still could possibly win the Big Ten, but I'm lowering my percentage of them winning it. And I had LSU beating Miami. They won 33-17. And I mean, even though I had them beating Miami, I can't lie, I didn't expect them to come out and just smack them the way they did. But I was impressed with LSU. I really was. That defense looks legit. Joe Burrow is a excellent upgrade of what they had last year at quarterback. He ain't all, I'm not saying he's great, but he's not trash either. So then I had flipped my prediction, because if you watch my Virginia Tech and Florida State season predictions, I had Virginia Tech winning that game once they said Francois was going to be the starter. I switched it. I don't know. I just jumped on the Francois hype train, but I was fucking wrong, okay? Virginia Tech won 24-3. Florida State looked like straight ass. Yes, the refs took away one touchdown from them, but that ain't got shit to do with how they looked. They were straight ass. Just ass, yo. They really was. But in my week 1 predictions, I was 6-5. It's above 500, so that's good. The games I betted on, I won more than I lost, so that's also good. But now let's back to this Big Ten shit. Ohio State looked great. They didn't play nobody. Oregon State, yeah, it might be a Power 5 team, but they don't even belong in a Group of 5. But they still look good against them. Now Michigan State barely won against Utah State, 38-31. They barely skated away. Maybe, I mean, hopefully that's just first game of the season. They're looking at a nobody opponent. Who knows? But not a good look to start the season off for Michigan State. And then Penn State, even worse. You go to overtime and win by 7, 45-38 to App State. Like, this team has been a Division I school for, like, this is like their 4th or 5th season now. Like, come on. But I didn't have high hopes for Penn State too much. I believe that they'll be a 8, 9, 10 win team, but I did not expect them to be looking as bad as they did against App State. But, like I said, hit that like and subscribe button because I got my Week 2 predictions video coming out really soon after this. It's your boy, Coach Gaddy, and I'm out.